Hi, my name is Al Yates and I'm a Director of Ecotricity in New Zealand, and we are New Zealand's cleanest, greenest electricity company in New Zealand. We're carbon zero certified. All of our electricity comes from wind, hydro and solar. We're 100% Kiwi and 50% community owned. I live in Aireki in Auckland, very close to the water, beautiful swimming beach, yeah. I think Kiwi happiness comes from our great outdoors and family bonding, in particular with Māori and Pacific Islanders. They have a really great sense of family belonging. So I think that's where a lot of our happiness comes from. But I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done in New Zealand from an income separation point of view, and I think that's one of the issues that this current government is going to be working on, is making sure that like places like in Norway, Denmark, even Japan, where they have a really high happiness, I think people should be rewarded for working hard, but I think there are some people who struggle to get to that first position of being able to get into a job or into a business. I think electric vehicles, in the next 2 to 3 years, electric trucks and electric buses are basically going to wipe the floor of diesel and petrol. So I think they will dominate in a very short term. And the cheaper to run, I think a lot of industrial and commercial customers will require their transport providers to only use electric vehicles, and consumers are pushing that way as well. Electric vehicles from a passenger point of view, I think over the next 2 to 3 years you're going to see a massive uptake where essentially we'll be in a similar position to Norway, where 50 to 60% of all the new cars registered in New Zealand will have a plug in them. More than likely they'll be full electric cars as opposed to plug-in hybrids. I think plug-in hybrids have been a really good stepping stone, but I think in reality full electric cars are the way of the future. My tips, if you're looking to reduce emissions very quickly in New Zealand: first of all, change your diet. Start eating chicken as opposed to beef and lamb from a meat point of view. Secondly, bike or e-bike to work, or catch public transport. That's going to have a massive impact. Of course, you've got to get into an electric car. If you've got a budget and you're looking to buy a new car, you've got to get into an electric car. There are lots of options available in New Zealand, and so there's no excuse for not getting into an electric car right now. And fourthly, switch to Ecotricity. Ecotricity is New Zealand's only carbon zero certified company in New Zealand. We've got the lowest emissions electricity in New Zealand by a country mile.